Hello children, let us see a new chapter in this class. Okay, so the chapter name is Congruence of Triangles. Congruence of Triangles. Okay, again say the topic of this class, Congruence of Triangles. You know what is a triangle, okay, and the properties of triangles also. Is it right? Okay. So now let us introduce a word congruence. Okay. So let us see before going into the chapter the meaning of the word congruence. What does mean by a word congruence? That is exactly equal to. Okay. So what is the meaning of congruence? Congruence means exactly equal to. Okay. Exactly equal to. Exactly equal to. Okay, what is mean by congruence? Exactly equal to. Okay, so that is any figure. Okay, any figure that can be exactly equal to. That is shape and size. Okay, both are in shape and size are equal to the another figure. That two figures we can say congruent to each other. Congruent to each other. Okay. So for example, I am telling we are taking any ball. Okay. Any football or any basketball. The same shape and same size. Exactly equal to we are taking the another ball. Okay. So that two are. Okay. So perimeter of the bars and area of the bars both are exactly equal. Okay, so that two balls we can say it is congruent to each other. Okay, so before that going to let us see some more examples. Okay, now let us I am taking a line segment. See A B. Okay, and I am taking another line segment C D. Okay, so A B is 2 cm and C D is also 2 cm. Okay, I am taking another more line segment, one more line segment, that is EF. Okay, so the line segment EF is 3.5 centimeter. Okay, so now we can say AB, the line segment AB and CD are congruent to each other. Why? Because the measurement is equal. Okay, and we can't say CD and EF are equal. Okay, CD and EF are not equal. Okay, so these two are not congruent. Okay, so as the same we can take any figures. Okay, so I am taking like this. It is given in your textbook, I think. Okay, see like this I am taking a figure. Again I am taking the same figure. So here the shape and size both are equal. Means we can say these two are congruent to each other. Congruent to each other. Okay. As the same we are taking in angles also. Okay. I am taking an angle CAB and C. So ABC is 40 degree. Angle ABC equals to 40 degree. And as the same I am taking DEF. Okay, so angle DEF also 40 degree. Okay, so these two angles are congruent to each other. These two angles are congruent to each other. Okay, and I am taking one more angle. This is angle COD. Okay, I am taking angle COD. Angle COD is 65 degree. Okay, so now angle ABC is not congruent to angle COD. Why? Because the angle is different here. The angle is different. Okay. Angle ABC is not equals to angle COD. So these two figure angles are not congruent. Okay. So as the same we can see by the triangles example. Okay. In a triangle, we are taking all the sides and angles are equal. Okay. All the sides and angles are equal means we can take that two are congruent to each other. Now let us take an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle A, B and C. Okay. Equilateral triangle means all the sides are equal. As the same in an equilateral triangle that we can say it is an equiangular triangle also. Okay. Why? Because all And one more thing you know, that is each angle of a triangle is 60 degree. Each angle of an equilateral triangle. Each angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degree. So all the angles are 60 degree. Okay, all the angles are 60 degree means we can say it is a equiangular triangle. So equal sides, equal angles. Okay, so the sides opposite to equal angles are equal. The sides opposite to equal angles are equal. See, these two angles are equal if these two sides are equal. So now these two angles are equal if these two sides are equal. Now these two angles are equal if these two sides are equal. Okay, so now here we have all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal. So as the same figure, equilateral triangle, we can take. See here, the sides are 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter and 3 centimeter. So we are taking the same but the different figure. Okay, so this is triangle DEF, not ABC. Okay, so this is a triangle ABC, but we are taking another triangle DEF. Okay, so this is also an equilateral triangle and we can say the angles are equal. That is 60 degree equiangular triangle. So we are taking an equilateral triangle of 3 centimeter. Okay, so all the sides are 3 centimeter only. Okay, 3 centimeter. So now we can say these two triangles are congruent to each other. These two triangles are congruent to each other. Okay, understood children? Okay, but now this is an equilateral triangle of each side is 3 centimeter. This is also an equilateral triangle of each side is 3 centimeter. Okay, but this is an equilateral triangle of each side is 4 centimeter. Each side is 4 centimeter. Each side is 4 centimeter. But here we have 3 centimeter. So these two are not congruent to each other. Why? Because the sides are different in shape. Okay, different in size. So here also an equilateral triangle. Here also an equilateral triangle. But the sides are different. Okay, so that is we can take two figures. Okay, or two objects. Okay, that can be exactly equal to. Okay, I am taking these two examples. So these two are books. Okay, so these two are equal one on the other. Okay, the sides are equal means we can say these two objects are congruent to each other. Okay, understood children? So and one more thing I am taking two chalk pieces. Okay, so these two chalk pieces are in same shape. Okay, so these two are congruent to each other. Okay, as the same we are seeing here triangles. Okay, two triangles are congruent. Okay, how we can say two triangles are congruent? The same shape, the size and angles are equal. Okay, and one more thing, the another concept let us see, that is what you can ask, only an equilateral triangle is congruent. No. Okay, so isosceles triangle is also congruent and scaling triangle is also congruent. As the same shape we are taking the another triangle. Okay, so now let us see one scaling triangle now. Okay, so now see a scaling triangle. What is mean by a scaling triangle? What is mean by a scaling triangle? In a scaling triangle, the three sides are different. Okay, the three sides of a triangle is different means we can say it is a scaling triangle. Okay, so here I am taking like this. See A, B and C. Okay, now see BC is 4 centimeter. Okay, and AC is 3 centimeter and AB is 2 centimeter. Now see these three sides are different in shape. Okay, but see here DEF, triangle DEF, DE and F. Okay, now see we are taking like this. See, that is DE is 3 centimeter and EF is 4 centimeter and DF is 2 centimeter. Okay, now see here AB is 2 centimeter. but here DE is 3 centimeter. Okay, so we can't say we can't say these two are congruent. Is it right? No, we can observe all the sides. Okay, so AB equals to DF. Is it right? AB equals to DF and AC equals to DE and BC equals to EF. So here see AB equals to 2 cm, DF equals to 2 cm and AC equals to 3 cm, DE equals to 3 cm and BC equals to 4 cm and EF equals to 4 cm. See, now we can draw a line segment like this. A equals to D, okay, B equals to F. Is it right? B equals to F and C equals to E. Okay, the vertices we are joining. So now this we can keep on the DEF triangle like this. So these two are congruent to each other. Now you understood the concept, my children. See, what is the concept? Congruence. Okay, congruence means exactly equal to the shape and size and angles. All the size and shapes are equal to the another figure. That we can say it is a congruent. Okay, congruence. Understood, children? Okay. So you have a example problems. Okay. Before that, let you know what is the symbol of congruence. What is the symbol of congruence? See, the symbol of congruence. Two lines segments. Okay, two line segments you can draw. The upper part you can draw a similar symbol. So what is the symbol of this? Similar. Okay. So only the symbol we are drawing like this means this is similar to. Okay, what is this? Similar to. Now we are drawing two line segments under this. That is congruent to. Okay. So this is congruent to. Congruent to another figure. Okay, so one figure is congruent to another figure. Now we can say here how to say. So these two triangles. Okay, triangle ABC. Okay, so what is this triangle? Triangle ABC. The name of this triangle is triangle ABC, which is congruent to. How to read this? It is congruent to. Okay, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Triangle DEF. Is it right? Okay, understood, children. So this is basic for you. In 8th standard, you are seeing briefly in this chapter. Okay, so about this concept, you can see briefly in your 8th standard class. Okay, so this is basic for you. Okay, so this is triangle ABC, which is congruent to triangle DEF. Understood, children? Triangle ABC, which is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay, so this is, we can, how to write this? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay, so and this symbol is similar to. Similar to. This symbol is similar to. Okay, so that is similar means all the congruent figures are similar. Okay, all the congruent figures are similar, but all the similar figures are not congruent. What is mean by similar? Let us know that. Okay, what is mean by similar? See, I am taking a triangle like this. Okay, ABC. This is 2 centimeter in each side. 2 centimeter in each side. Okay, but I am taking another more triangle. Okay, I am taking another more triangle, that is DEF. DEF. This is 4 centimeter in each. Okay, 4 centimeter in each. See, these two triangles are similar. Okay, these two triangles are similar, but I am considering this is a triangle and I am considering a parallelogram. I am considering a parallelogram ABCD. Okay, so these two figures are not similar. These two figures are different in shapes. So these two are not similar. Okay, and I am saying two circles. Okay, two circles. One is small and one is big. These two are similar. Okay, but we are comparing circle and parallelogram, that is not similar. Circle and triangle, that is not similar. So same figures. Okay, the shapes are looking same, not exactly same. That we can say is a similar figures, but congruent Before we move on to the example sums, let us see the corresponding vertices. Okay, see, from this example I told that is a triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BEF. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BEF. Is it right? Okay, so here we can say that is vertex A is corresponds to B and vertex B is corresponds to F. Okay, not E. Okay, B is corresponds to F and vertex C is corresponds to E. How to write this? Okay, the symbol of correspondence. Okay, what is the symbol of correspondence? We can take this. Okay, this is a symbol of correspondence. This is a symbol of correspondence. See, a vertex A is corresponds to B and a vertex B is corresponds to F. A vertex C is corresponds to E. Okay, so this is the symbol of correspondence. Okay, so A is corresponds to B and a vertex B is corresponds to F and a vertex C is corresponds to E. Okay, so we can write this. Okay, we can write this a triangle which is corresponds to the another triangle, that is ABC. ABC is corresponds to DFE. DFE. Okay, so we can write like this, corresponds to. Okay, so this is the method of writing correspondence, corresponding vertices. Okay, so now let us move on to the example 1, that is page number 137 in your textbook, part 1 textbook. Okay, so that is 137. So what is the example 1? It is given in your textbook. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR are congruent under the correspondence. Congruent under the correspondence rule, it is given. Okay, so the correspondence also is given. Okay, let us see. See, let us write the parts of a triangle ABC that corresponds to. Okay, they only given two triangles are corresponding triangles by the vertices. Okay, so ABC is corresponding to RQP. Okay, see, that is two triangles which is given ABC and PQR. See, ABC and PQR. Okay, it is given and they gave the corresponding vertices also. Okay, that is which is corresponds to ABC is corresponds to RQP. Okay, so ABC is corresponds to RQP. Okay, is it right? So that is the vertices. A is corresponds to R. The vertices A is corresponds to R and B is corresponds to Q and C is corresponds to P. Okay, so that is corresponding vertex. Okay, so that is A is corresponds to R and C is corresponds to P. C is corresponds to P and B is corresponds to Q. Okay, see, B, the vertex B is corresponds to Q. Okay, see, it can be like this. Okay, so that is the vertex A is corresponds to R, C is corresponds to P and B is corresponds to Q. Okay, so this is given. Okay, and what we want to find out here, which is corresponds to congruent to PQ, the line segment PQ, and then second one angle Q, and third one RP. Okay, so we want to write the congruent to these shapes. Okay, so PQ, see here, that is PQ, the side PQ. So P is corresponds to C, P is corresponds to C and Q is corresponds to B. Okay, the side PQ, which is it corresponds to BC. Okay, so we can say this PQ is congruent to BC. PQ is congruent So RP we can say it as AC. Is that right? AC. Okay, AC. Understood, children? Okay. So that is the corresponding vertices. Based on that, we can write the corresponding sides and that is congruent sides and congruent angles of the other triangles. Understood, children? Okay. So based on this, you have a exercise problems 7.1. It is given in your textbook. Okay. That is first one. Complete the following statements. Two line segments are congruent. Okay. Two line segments are congruent if they have the same length. So two line segments are congruent means the two line segments are said to be in a same length. Okay. I'll send the notes through WhatsApp. Okay. So before that, you don't simply don't waste your time. Try it yourself in your rough notebooks. Okay. I'll send the notes to your WhatsApp. Cross check your answers and write down neatly in your classworks. Okay. So next, among two congruent triangles, one has a measure of 70 degree. Okay. So two congruent angles. One has a measure 70. The other angle is two angles are congruent. They told. Okay. So one angle is 70 degree. Means other angle is also 70 degree. Why? Because that two are congruent. Okay. So then when we write angle A equals to angle B, we actually mean how to write angle A and angle B. See, angle A and angle B. Angle A equals to angle B. We are writing means how to write the measure of angle A and measure of angle B. We actually write measure of angle A and measure of angle B. Okay, we actually write measure of angle A and measure of angle B. Okay, give any two real life examples for congruent shapes. You can say any example for congruent shape you are seeing in your real life situations. Okay, that is two glass tumblers are congruent to each other. Is that right? In your home, you are seeing. Okay, or otherwise. Okay, a playing toys. So any of your brother and sister or brothers or sisters you are there in your home, your mother buy a same type of dolls or same type of balls. Okay, so shape and size all same, but colors only the different. Color is not considering here. Color is not considering here. The same shape and same size. Okay, so that we can say it is a congruent shapes. Okay, I am telling here two examples for you. Okay, that is footballs. Two same footballs. Okay, and we can say blackboards in the other comparing to the other classes. Okay, in our school I am telling here blackboard. So blackboard in the 7th standard class and blackboard in the 8th standard class. Both are congruent. Okay, so we can say that. And otherwise we can say the table. Okay, the teachers which we are sitting. Okay, that is we are having a tables. No, that table, writing table. Both the tables are same. Okay, so the two teachers having a same table. That table, the shape on the tables are congruent to each other. Okay, or any examples you can say you are seeing in your real life situations. Okay, so then we move on to the another. Okay, that is same as this one. Okay, so triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED. Under the correspondence ABC is corresponding to FEB. Okay, write the corresponding congruent parts of all triangles. So we can write the corresponding sides, all the corresponding sides and all the corresponding angles. Okay, so we have 3 sides and 3 angles. Okay, totally 6 corresponding sides and angles we are getting. Okay, so then as I said, fourth question also same. Okay, then we move on to the another criteria, another topic. Okay, so after completing the exercise, we are moving to the another topic, that is we have criteria for congruence of triangles. Okay, criteria for congruence of triangles. criteria for congruence of triangles. So what is the criteria? Okay, what is mean by the criteria? So we can say these two triangles are congruent based on the shapes, based on the sides and based on the angles. Okay, we are talking about the congruence topic based on shapes and sizes, isn't it? But here we are coming exactly the measurements. We are coming to exactly the measurements. We are doing exactly the measurements means we are talking about the two components. What are the two components? Sides and angles. Sides and angles. Okay, these two, based on these two components, we can talking about the criteria of congruence of triangles. Based on these two components, the criteria for congruence of triangles. What is the criteria? The first thing we can say, three sides are equal of both the triangles. We are taking two triangles, isn't it? We are taking two triangles. These two triangles are congruent to each other. That is ABC and DEF. ABC and DEF. These two are congruent to each other. So, these two are congruent to each other means we can say based on the three sides of a triangle is equals to these three sides of a triangle. Okay, that is given. Triple congruence, triple criteria for congruence of triangles. Okay, that is side, side, side. Triple okay, we can say side, side, side criteria for congruence of triangles. We can say like that. Based on which criteria? Side, side, side congruence criteria. Is that right? Okay, this is first one. Okay, and the second one. Okay, and the second one, that is SAS congruence criteria. Okay, see SAS criteria for congruence of triangles. For congruence of triangles. Congruence of triangles. Okay, so now you understood the side means three sides of both the triangles are equal. Okay, if the based on the corresponding rule, A is similar corresponds to E, C is corresponds to F, and D is corresponds to D also. The names are differ also. Okay, it is based on the corresponding rules. We can say these two are congruent based on the three sides of a congruence. Okay, we saw about the vertex, okay, corresponding bases. But here let us see the sides. See AB equals to DE, BC equals to EF, and AC equals to DF based on the sides correspondence. Okay, based on the sides correspondence. Okay, that is we can say it is a SSS correspondence. SSS correspondence. Here we have SAS correspondence. SAS correspondence means side angle side. Okay, side angle side angle side. Okay, so this side angle side also one condition is there. Okay, what is that condition? The two sides and one included angle. Two sides and one included angle. If we are taking AB equals to DE, BC equals to EF, means the included angle is B and E only. Okay, see we are taking AB equals to DE and BC equals to EF. Okay, we are taking these two sides. Means we are considering only this angle. That is angle B equals to angle E. Okay, if we are having these two sides are congruent and the angle we are having angle F and angle C. Okay, that is angle C equals to angle F. Okay, so that is not correspond. Okay, that is not congruent. Why? Because the included angle means that angle is in between these two sides. Okay, this is the condition here. The angle which is in between the two sides, two corresponding sides. Okay, so these two sides and these two sides are congruent to angle E and angle F means the side which is considering BC and EF. Now they are considering AB. Okay, AB and DE. Why? Because the in between the side is in between the two angles which is congruent. Is that right? Understood? So now I am considering two angles. Angle B equals to angle E and angle C equals to angle F. The side which is we are considering here, that is included side BC and EF. So BC equals to EF. BC equals to EF. Okay, understood?